Welcome to today's wonderful world. We know she'll share ideas enthusiastically with the community next day, with a twist. As soon as she finished speaking, everyone looked at her like she was an alien. Milton realized, well, it seems no one is taking her seriously. So Milton quietly backed off. After the meeting, the bespectacled Granny Joy hurried after him, saying you shouldn't chat like that in such a setting. She thought it'd make leaders ignore their ideas more. Milton just wanted to clarify he was truthful. Joy wasn't having any of it. That night, while Milton was snoozing peacefully, a loud noise jolted him awake. He opened the backyard door and found a shiny person sprawled on the ground. Milton thought, this has to be the legendary alien. Facing the unknown, his knees were shaking like jelly. Nervously, he tried calling his daughter again, but all he got was the familiar voicemail. Reluctantly, Milton had to explain the alien spaceship incident, his words dripping with a hint of nervous energy. That night, with the alien's sudden appearance, Milton was fidgeting in his chair. After much deliberation, he decided to peek out the backyard door again, and coincidentally, the alien slowly lifted its head. It didn't look scary at all. Instead, it seemed a little childlike, and Milton felt a surge of courage. Knowing that lying out there might get it cold, he fetched a blanket and draped it over its shoulders. He even thoughtfully prepared a glass of water for it because, hydration is key. The next morning, Milton checked the backyard again, but found no trace of the alien around. Just as he turned to head back inside, he saw the alien curled up next to the stairs. Although he was frightened, he still pondered whether he should assist this poor little creature. So after a brief moment of contemplation, Milton made up his mind to invite the alien inside. This was his first encounter with an alien, and being clueless about its eating habits, Milton brought out 3 different snacks. It turns out that the alien had a particular fondness for apples. So, Milton hurriedly ran to the supermarket for a shopping spree. Buying so many apples caught the cashier's attention. When the guy casually asked, Milton excitedly shared about how the alien loved apples. It was self-evident that the cashier was already mentally putting a crazy old guy hat on him. Time flew by, and the next day the alien was up and about, fully functional. Milton decided to give it a tour of his house, enthusiastically introducing each room and how everything works. Although the alien never spoke a word, Milton felt he had found a good listener and started sharing family stories. Turns out his son moved to California a decade ago, too busy to keep in touch. Just as Milton rambled on about daily life, his daughter heard from the cashier about her father's alien friend. The cashier kindly advised her to take her dad to the doctor for a checkup. Because he didn't pick up any jokes in Milton's words, she quickly knocked on his door. When Milton opened the door, his daughter said she didn't want to argue, but he hadn't seen a doctor for 3 years. So no matter what, she was going to book him an appointment. Milton insisted he was fine and didn't need a doctor. But his daughter, this was his stubborn nature, so she decided to book a doctor for him in advance. With work approaching, his daughter didn't linger, and Milton was going to tell her about the alien in the house when the phone rang. On the line was Grandma Sandy, who often attended the neighborhood meetings. She said the library's printer was broken and heard that Milton had one, and wondered if she could borrow it. Although Milton didn't frequently engage in conversation, after some deliberation, he still agreed. Not long after, Grandma Sandy arrived and got startled as soon as she walked in. "She's my acquaintance." "Who's Milton?" "This is a completely empty space. I guess you just wanted to borrow a printer, but ended up meeting an alien." It's easy to imagine how shocking this was for Sandy, sitting there stunned on the couch, clueless on how to describe her feeling. Finally, she described her alien encounter as unprecedented, and Milton agreed. He felt like he accomplished something that no one else could, instantly feeling cheerful. Then, Milton took Sandy to the backyard to show her the alien spaceship, explaining that it might need some repairs for a while. For now, the alien wouldn't be leaving, and he didn't sense any malice from it. So, if this little guy wanted to stay, he was totally okay with that. Sandy advised if he wanted the alien to stay, he couldn't go around spreading the word about it. Otherwise, if someone came knocking, it would be like a scene from a movie, and they could end up being taken for experiments. However, unbeknownst to them, the Department of Homeland Security had already detected an unidentified flying object crash and was now scouring the area for the spaceship. Sandy is a lively, sophisticated, and eloquent lady. Ever since she met the alien, she would pop by Milton's to chat, perhaps not having shared her heart's burdens with anyone for ages. She openly shared everything with the alien, like how her daughter hadn't visited in 3 years. Want to hear more amazing stories? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.